What's going on? Quick video. Just going over some of the changes, one of which you've already noticed, I'm sure. Got new wheels, Giovana 20 inches. They're not the permanent ones, but you know, the other ones got a little curb rash on them. So I decided to replace them. I like them, but I do want to get something a little bit smaller. You'll see why in a minute or two. But I also painted the chin spoiler up. And got carbon fiber trim for the steering wheel. Touchscreen radio, MGW shifter with a black and red shift ball. Those door sills are illuminated from a Coyote car. They're just not hooked up yet. But anyway, on to the biggest changes that I've really ever done to a car. That may be a hint as to what one of them is. Yep. We have Ford Racing intake manifold and a Paxton 1200 SL supercharger. And let me tell you, this thing is a monster now. And yes, it is currently non-intercooled. And there are reasons for that other than cost, because cost is obviously the biggest reason. It is cheaper. But another reason is I just wanted to keep this build as simple as possible, and for what I'm going to be using it for in the region I live in, a non-intercooled kit will perform just fine for what I need it to do, because I live in the Midwest where it's, you know, fairly humid and fairly cool for most of the year. I mean, yeah, we do get some hot days in July, August, but for the most part, it is down below 85 degrees and relatively, you know, humid. You know, got that nice dense air going through there, and it's happy. But I do intend on getting a Snow Performance meth injection kit to cool things off. Because, like I said, I wanted to keep this build as simple as possible. I wanted to keep it something that pretty much anybody could do in their own garage, and I still wanted it to be tons of fun, and this certainly is. I will probably be doing a driving video at some point in the near future, but I'm estimating this car, because from stock, like 100% stock, and on an automatic, this is the Brent Speed throwback package, this kit makes about 425 rear wheel horsepower. That's Brent Speed's video on the automatic stock Mustang GT. And my car has a couple mods besides the supercharger. It has that and the relatively free-flowing exhaust. So I'm estimating this to be around 440 wheel at the moment, give or take. Probably take a little bit, but a healthy amount of power. Definitely gonna outrun my Coyote buddies, at least until they do some more stuff to theirs. But by then I should have a little bit more done to this, and I should be able to gap them still. But for now, that's what I've got going on. Paxton supercharger, plans for the future. I mean, the meth injection kit, that's probably going to be next. Then I want to do either the Brent Speed Detroit Rocker cams or the Ford Performance Hot Rod cams. I prefer the Brent Speed Detroit Rockers because they're a little bit cheaper, and they make more power, and I think they sound better. But the Hot Rod cams are similar. They're just not, you know, they're obviously not the biggest power gain. But I want to do the cams, meth kit, And I would like to get some smaller wheels and tires. I might go back. I might get another set of 18s with a nice drag radial on them. Or I may go for a drag pack. I'm interested in the dark stainless or matte. Like, I don't know if they have matte black race stars, but dark stainless or gloss black race stars for the back. 17 inches is what I'd like, with a nice meaty drag tire on there. See how that hooks up, because it's got all the suspension upgrades it needs. Because when this car hooks, it moves with this blower on it. Like, it's a ton of fun when it does hook. But though that's pretty much where I'm at with this thing for now. I don't really have too many more plans for it in the immediate future, but just wanted to give a little update as to where it's at, and what you may be able to expect in the coming months, because I would like to have all of the stuff that I've talked about. I would like to have that all done by the end of this season this year, and hopefully I would like to have most of it done by my birthday, which is in a couple months. So maybe just maybe this will be coming along pretty quickly. But I would like to get the meth kit sooner than later. Is like sooner the better, because I would kind of like to get it before the big heat hits, just to keep things running a little cooler and keep it happier. But for the amount that I drive this car and how I drive this car, I don't think it's going to be a huge deal, because I'm not out there doing watt pulls all the time, back to back. You know, how I drive is, I'll cruise around for a while, straight stretch of road, pretty empty. I'll punch it, go through a couple gears, and cruise for a little while. Which is another reason that I didn't really want to go to the expense and huge difficulty, because I had the money for the intercooled kit. I could have bought it, but I just decided that it would be a little bit easier, and just a little bit more, give me some more time to decide what I want to do, if I just went ahead and went with the standard Paxton kit, the non-HO. But I don't regret it. I mean, I could easily run just as much power as the 2200 would with the meth kit or an air-to-air intercooler, which are both possibilities. Leaning on the meth kit, but we'll see. I don't really want to go through the hassle. I mean, I know an intercooler is not like a ridiculously hard install, but I'm going to say it again. I wanted to keep things simple. And for the amount I drive this car, I don't think it's going to be a huge deal if I have a methanol injection kit rather than an air-to-air intercooler. So that's pretty much where we're at. Just wanted to give a little info on what's been happening with it, because it has been a minute since I've done anything about this car. So that's where it's at. Paxton supercharger, new wheels, a little bit of touch up on the interior, and some exciting stuff coming soon.